Oh,
So
excellent.
there you go.
Very good.
The Ides of March.
So within a short period of time, we started playing music together. Just her and I. We were going to go out as a duo. We had no illusions of a band. And then, what's weird is I read an article in a local paper down where we're from about her son Shane. When he was like 10 years old, somebody took a picture of it. It was either on the internet or print, and about this young kid playing drums. So when Kelly and I met, we started playing around with acoustic guitars, and we were having a good time. And she goes, well, my son plays drums. Why don't we have him come over? Because, at the house, we always have a drum kit going on. And so in walks Shane. I'm like, that's that kid. That's that kid I read about all those years ago. So it was her son. And so we had dinner, and this is what we still do to this day. We cook, we have dinner, and then we go down in the studio and we play music. So Shane's never really been exposed to playing original music. He was 13 at the time,
right?
And I gave him and Kelly carte blanche. You guys, whatever feels good, we tweak. We all tweak. The three of us will tweak things. That might sound good, but I'm a bass player, man. I'm really hard on drummers, man. I've played with some interesting drummers, and like
every drummer is interesting.
And here's this kid,
and crazy,
and he fit. It fit. The first song we ever did was, what was the first song we ever did?
I want to say it was Assassin.
Yeah, it might have been Assassin, and the thing is, everything just fell into place. So within a matter of 3 months, we were in a recording studio. Within a matter of 30 days of our first rehearsal, we played in Atlantic City. So yeah, it's escalated from that point, and the momentum is just amazing, and we're enjoying it. We're having fun, and we're here. How cool is that? I mean,
it doesn't get much cooler.
I think I'm digging this. I'm thinking the whole vibe.
Playing the Boneyard's nice, and going to Stockton College on the Lake Fred radio.
We enjoyed the fire.
I love Matt.
We're trying to concentrate more on
Philly. That was pretty cool. That was cool. That thing you did at the fire.
You watched the video?
No.
We GoPro it. We GoPro everything.
Oh yeah.
Look what he's like. No.
Wait a minute. You gotta do it.
What, are you crazy?
You gotta do a Christopher Walken. Wait a minute. No.
Where's the GoPro? You're just using the Samsung.
We're high tech.
I'm just doing Facebook Live.
Oh, Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
I try and do some Facebook Live if the reception's good. Maybe we'll do a song.
It looks like it's working. I got like 4 or 5 people watching.
All right. Well, you keep it going. Then when you guys do a song, I'll keep it going, and we'll put it out over Facebook Live.
There you go.
Matt, just so you know, this is GasHouseRadio.
Gas House.
GasHouseRadio.
Like the big sign.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Gas House.
So what we did is we originally went in after 3 months of rehearsals, and that was a couple times a week, eating dinner, and we all cook. Shane cooks, Kelly cooks, we all cook. So somebody will cook, and then we go down in the studio. So within 3 months, we recorded a 6-song CD. And
is that what we're listening to?
No. Well, that's a remix.
Just a couple of them, I think.
So Kelly's idea is, why press a CD, a 6-song CD? We can do a full LP, and we Googled it, and the LP is considered 10 or more songs.
Right.
So we went back in the studio,
but don't forget, an LP is based on an album which was only 40 minutes long.
Yeah, the Ramones first.
But now CDs are not 40 minutes. Probably a new CD is 60 minutes a time. I'm not really sure. But it's longer than 40 minutes.
I think it still depends on the artist and how many songs they put on there. But
yeah, an album is a collection of work, correct?
If you listen to a Dream Theater CD, it's like an hour and a half, and it's 10 songs. It's ridiculous.
But you like Dream Theater?
No.
Oh. Then why did you listen to their album?
I don't. I used to have to. It's
okay.
We won't go there, but it's really long. The songs are.
I do want to go back before Lick My Soul to talk about your musical influences. All right, all right, Iggy. When did you start? You're a comedian. All right.
Well, in my own mind, and
you think you're funny. Right.
My audience is always partial to that. But my musical instruments, I started playing trombone when I was like 9, maybe 8 years old. I still have my trombone. I still play it. I picked up the trombone And then when I went to high schools, not to date myself, I graduated in '78. So I went through the '70s. While most kids,
Well, you're only 4 years older than me.
there you go.
I mean, younger than me.
Oh, younger.
Younger.
Oh.
I graduated Penn State in
Yeah,
'78.
he's younger than somebody.
Good for you, man. Penn State. That's very impressive. Very good. What you got? What you got?
I was actually in radio broadcasting.
Oh.
I never did it. Never.
You're doing it right now.
I know, exactly.
Well, now he is.
It was better late than never.
Yep.
I'm not making any money from it, but the
fun.
love,
Hey,
the
yeah.
love I have is ingrained
For
in my soul,
music.
Lance, do you
and
think,
it's true. It's no bullshit.
and that's what's cool. That energy. Do you think we're making money on this? This is
Yeah, no, it's
we
a
just
labor
love
of love.
doing it, man. We just totally dig the people like you we're meeting, and we're playing really cool stages, and we got our music and radio places are. I still to this day get a kick out when I put on local Stockton radio and they play our song. To me, that's great. Our kids grow up not listening to radio. They listen to whatever.
Right, and, they listen to the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I just hearing our songs on the radio, it never ever gets old, man. And the fact that you got us here is also very amazing, and we appreciate it immensely. But my musical influence, I segue, and I hit something. Did I hit
The
something?
table.
You
I
hit the
told
table.
you.
The table. I don't know why it's like that. Go ahead.
So
Speak.
anyway, I picked up the
Speak.
trombone, and then when I went to high school, most kids were listening to Led Zeppelin and like those classic rocks. I loved funk. I really was into the Higher Players, the Gap Band, Earth, Wind,
yeah?
Fire. Yeah, always.
But not disco.
I love disco.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I hate to say it. I
love it
every
too.
Friday at work I listen to disco for some reason because it was bass oriented. The guitar player just pretty much chunked. The drummer was laying it in there. The vocals were cheesy, but who's to say my vocals aren't cheesy? But the thing is, I just love the fact that the bass was the main current.
So were you always a bass player?
I was a trombone player and then
Okay.
went to bass.
When did you go to bass?
I guess when I got into the punk scene in Philly, when I was hanging out in Philly and doing the punk scene, I was watching these bass players, and I'm like, I could do that. And I loved the energy. It was very cool. It was I just totally dug the punk scene because it was just like totally outside the box. And I saw a gazillion punk bands go through City Gardens, all the places in Philly, and I just really dug it. So I just bought a bass and just picked it up and learned it. And like I said, we were talking about albums. The first Ramon albums was 15 minutes long. The whole album they made
Maybe a little longer. We're going to play one of your songs, Fascinating, because it's fascinating.
And this is how we met. This is a story, kind of like how Kelly and I met.
All right, you'll tell it afterwards. All right, hang on.
With the instruments?
We're just getting a lot of.
I think there's something loose in
Like
this.
just something
Yeah, I don't
like
know
that.
what it is.
I'm getting a lot of that,
Yeah.
and it's happened every time we're touching the table. And I don't know if it's going over the air or not, but
It's probably not going over the air.
Great, that's live. Awesome.
she said
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm a football player.
it didn't start until I moved this, and then it started. So I know it's. It is a long
What?
song. We got plenty of time.
Stop picking on
I'm
me.
gonna go take a leak. I'll be right back.
Alright, let's see here.
Are you listening upstairs? Did you hear that?
I did not just hear that, no.
I was earlier.
Dustin?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Dustin, this is Iggy.
We met.
We met
I'm talking-
upstairs.
Yeah, we
Okay.
kind of
No,
met
that's
when
okay.
I
Yeah,
was
okay.
Sort of met upstairs.
going pee.
Am I over talking or what? What are you mad for that? No, people are chiming in and making.
It's Pete. He's talking about the vinyl player. He got a kick out of that.
This is a very cool vibe, man. I'm
Thanks.
digging this very much. Shane, wish you were here, buddy.
Yeah, we are here without Shane. Unfortunately, he's on vacation out of state.
That's
But,
your drummer? At a strip
yeah.
club.
I doubt it. But we are here in the dungeon. of GasHouseRadio, and I'm digging the vibe here. It's pretty cool. And this is probably the oldest basement I think I've ever been in.
1870.
No, this brickwork was done way before 1970. Did you say 1870?
1870.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Shit, 1870?
18. Look
How
at the
cool
brickwork.
is that?
Look at it.
How cool is that? 1870.
Cool stuff.
I once took a shot of Louis XIII that's aged 100 years before it's even bottled, and putting something that's 100 years old in your body was really cool to me. I was like, damn, my grandfather wasn't even born, and I'm sitting there drinking
It
it.
was 100 years before it was put in a bottle? What's it in a
It's
case?
aged. It's aged 100 years before it's
So
even
what's it
put-
like in a barrel?
No, yeah, it's in a barrel. Louis the 13th. And it's put in German lead crystal bottles. And the stuff, I worked at a casino, so the pit bosses used to give them out. You know, high rollers, here's a bottle of Louis 13th.
Where'd you work?
I opened up resorts, I did Caesars, I opened
Hey,
up
Barbara.
the Taj Mahal, and went back to
Hey, do you know
resorts.
somebody named Alan Fingles?
Where do you work?
Taj.
When I say I opened the Taj, I was there 9 months before opening. I didn't open up the day. I was
You were gone by then?
No, I started.
Right, well, he was there like for
What did he do?
He was a supervisor. A lot
Of what?
table games.
Oh yeah, I worked in food and beverage and finance, so that.
I worked at Sugar House. I worked at casino. Yeah, so
Were you there?
table games, dealer and supervisor.
Check 1, 2.
You know, I opened up resorts in '78 and never gambled.
No, I don't gamble.
I don't gamble.
So, is it all right?
It's alright. I think I gotta replace this wire, which is gonna take me a minute. So, for now, I think you're good. I mean, it's not like... It's only doing it if you touch it up
Okay.
here.
So it just happened when every time we were touching the table, that was the problem.
Well, we thought.
Alright, that's better.
Am I over talking? Or we go?
No, we're good.
Are
Don't
you
worry
over
about
talking?
it. It's what.
And everybody's probably going.
Listen, it's whatever it is what it is.
That's right.
It's what it is. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be what it is, and nothing else but what it is.
We appreciate it, man. This is very, very cool. Extremely.
I need to move this. I don't want to touch it. All right. So sorry about the technical problems.
It's all right. It happens, man.
Are you on Facebook Live
I am.
now?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so you should do a song soon, and you should pick a cover to do.
No, we'll start out with a song that you're not going to play. I don't know.
Okay. But I want you to do 3 songs.
We can do 3 songs. We got plenty.
Oh, okay.
More than that. I mean.
Okay. No, I just want to have at least 3 songs live.
That's fine. Yeah. We were going to do Flight of the Bumblebee,
Oh, that would be awesome.
but Shane's not here, so we can go.
Alright. Wait a minute.
Okay,
Love that.
we are back, and hopefully we have resolved any technical issues that may present themselves now or the near future. So where were we, Iggy?
So the story of the song that just played.
Okay, yeah, let's hear that.
You were
That's
going to
fascinating.
tell that.
It's
Yeah,
a-
fascinating. That's how we met. We met online with one of those services, and I just went out there and I threw my bobber out, and I got a response from a young woman who said, "You're fascinating." That was it. That's all she said, and the rest is history. Here we are.
was it a lie?
No,
Am I fascinating? I don't know.
I think so.
But you know, the information that you put out on these sites
Oh, his
originally
stuff
may not.
that he put on his.
Right, was he
no,
telling
it was
the
all
truth?
true. No, it was true. Yeah.
You know, he wasn't just.
But what you're not telling the truth. It said
not?
under the profile nickname, I put Lord Humongous.
Well, that's what he calls himself. So technically, it's not a lie.
I call myself Lord Humongous. After 2 months, she calls me Tiny Tim. Come on.
I like it. I like that bass.
Thanks.
You have a lot of different basses.
Yeah, I mean, I have instruments that are older than my 27-year-old daughter. I mean, it's just my trombone I bought with my own money back in 1970. I still have that trombone. I love it, man.
Do you play it?
I play once in a while. In fact, I woke Shane up from sleep. He was running a
It's a
little
good
late.
thing to do in the morning.
Yeah, he was running a little late, and I took the trombone into his room. You know something? I did.
Wake up!
Yeah, but it didn't phase him.
It didn't phase him. He was
okay.
like, no. When I got done, you remember what he did? He applauded. He's in a deep sleep. I wake him up with a loud trombone, and at the end of my piece that I did, which I think was Flight of the Bumblebee, he actually applauded. I thought that was pretty cool. Normally teenagers go, "What the hell, man? It's bullshit, man."
That is the best teenage impression I've ever heard.
I've been working on that. I look in the mirror and I work on my bullshit, man.
Bullshit. Bullshit. What is it? That's some movie, isn't
So Kelly, what your musical influences? And
I don't know if
it? Yeah, we had enough from him.
Oh, he talks so much. It's crazy. I don't know if I could say I have any particular influences.
Well,
I
okay.
have favorites.
When you were young, was there any music being played in your house?
Well, I've been a Kiss fan since I was 12.
oh my god.
Okay, why?
I don't know.
I mean, do you have older siblings that was an influence, or parents played piano?
My brother was always Steve Miller. Then later on was Van Halen, stuff like that. I mean, I like those too, but my favorite was always Kiss. A girlfriend's older brother had one of their records, and we would listen to it all the time. So
God gave rock and roll to you.
that is true.
That's the only thing I like about Kiss.
Which, by the way, not to.
There's so much bad Kiss, it's ridiculous.
But I love that song because of Argent. But
When you and Lance, you will come to our house and you will play our outside stage, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Okay.
You will see the Kiss tribute.
Really?
They got
It's
Kiss.
not a
They
big
got Kiss
collection.
Pence dispenser in its original
All right, well,
box
they had it at
and
Walmart.
statues.
How could you not get
We
it?
rehearsed
it's
with
Gene
Kiss.
Simmons. The guy is,
He's a marketing genius.
I'll admit that I watched for a couple years.
That stuff
We
was
all
hilarious.
watched that show.
It was
It
hilarious.
was like before that you watched the Ozzy Osbourne show, with his wife, and then you watched the Gene Simmons show. I don't know
Ozzy
how the
was
hell I ever
funnier.
watched that shit.
The first season of Ozzy was
Yeah,
hilarious.
because you could never understand what he was saying. It was just like,
Except when he said Sharon.
Sharon.
and where are they now? They're not together, right?
I have no idea.
I don't know. And she's
I
like,
don't know.
it's like
Enough about them, more about us.
okay, let's talk about you.
So influences in my playing, I don't know. In the past year, Iggy has influenced me a lot. I've never been a lead player.
Iggy played guitar.
Yeah. That's like the second time in 2 days we've heard that. I am not even kidding.
He's got to change his name again.
He tries to play guitar.
That's true. He's just, no.
All right, so what instruments do you play?
Guitar, and fascinating, I play the bass.
I think I saw pictures of you hitting a drum, though.
Oh
I see
yeah,
some video of you hitting a drum from the Porch Fest.
we do Psycho Killer, where Shane plays the bass and I play the drums, and he plays guitar.
We're
Just-
trying.
that's kind of neat.
Just a lot of thumping.
Yeah, and,
like a-
Yeah,
I'm-
it's just
I'm teaching. I'm trying to teach these guys like even keyboards. I like the fact. I always love seeing bands that everybody changes instrument. It's very cool.
Sure.
It gives a new feel to it. It gives a new nuances, if you will. And so I've been and again, we haven't been together that long. Now we're throwing bass at a drummer, or we're throwing drums at a guitar player. I
You ever think about adding a fourth player?
Yeah, well, the fife. We want a fife player.
I played with a flute player last night.
No, a fife.
really
yeah,
cool.
I know. And the music stand was way too
Yeah,
high.
I know. It's
The
like-
poor girls I saw with their hands
You
sticking
should have
out.
seen her with the sax.
It's fife, isn't that a
Fife,
fife.
like Barney
Yeah,
Fife.
or the
What about a
recorder?
bagpipe?
If anybody's out there that can play a really bitching
well.
recorder,
Actually,
or
Shane took 2 years of
a
recording.
recorder,
Really? two years of recorder?
You believe that?
I don't know. You could take 2 years of
Well,
recorder.
it was grade school.
So yeah,
it's either recorder or bells. You know.
Yeah. So he still has his somewhere, but it's been interesting. So I'd have to say, actually, my biggest influence has been Iggy.
wow.
Yeah, but
I
see,
really
but
feel like a
that's-
better player since we started this thing. I do. I feel like better at what I do.
So
That's awesome.
he's a good influence
yeah.
in some ways.
And vice versa. She's a great influence to me.
She's calming you down a little bit?
I don't say calm down. I just think just the energy and the universe. The universe brought us together, and we're riding a very good wave, and we're really, really digging on it. But getting back to instruments, when you do come to our house, we have instruments all over the house.
Cool.
I mean, there's a guitar here, a bass here, on the wall. I mean, we have a lot of times. Again, since we all live together, we'll eat dinner or a meal after everybody gets done work in school, and then we'll go down into our studio, and doesn't have the walls of an 1875. This is unbelievably cool. I'm digging the vibes.
We don't call it the dungeon for nothing.
I feel it. But when you come to the house, which you will, and you better, or I'll send my boys out.
Well, then I have to come because.
But we have.
I don't want to see those ugly guys.
So we all play around, and instead of watching TV, we'll go downstairs. Shane and I, she works 12 hours. She might not get done till 7. We'll go down and we'll just experiment. So
and you have recording equipment set up down there?
No, we don't.
Something we wish we really needed.
I thought you recorded in your house for some reason.
No, we recorded in the studio.
Yeah, we went to a friend's studio for recording this, and I couldn't be happier. The guy was amazing.
In fact, we do a ballad. And it's interesting for a punk band, but the cello that you hear...
You consider yourselves a punk band?
Well, punk is an attitude. It's not necessarily a genre where it's got to be... Punk is... in the 80s, they called it new wave. There was no new wave. It was, and it's a shame we classify everything. We consider ourselves a punk band because we're outside the box. So we really...
Okay, so you know what? We haven't played a song live yet. I think you guys should play a song live.
So let her get her guitar on, and I'll talk a little more.
What are we going to
do? This place sucks.
Okay. I could hold that.
Okay.
Hello, all. Facebook land.
Permanent record.
All right,
I hope so.
Just grab that. Yeah.
Okay. So getting to back. So when it comes to songwriting. The first 6 songs we did. I already had songs written, and a lot of it's tongue in cheek. But then after we got together, everybody's involved in the songwriting process. But this is one I did write before I met these guys, and it's called "This Place Sucks." Comes from a different time. She don't fit in. Never knowing what to say or where to begin. And she hates that. And no one seems to notice her. And no one cares. Everyone is so wrapped up in the world they share. And she hates this. And when I ask her, "Sugar, what is wrong?" she just looks at me. And she says,
"This place sucks."
In a room at her house, she's uncomfortable. Her family just don't understand. It's her private hell. And she hates this. At her job, a dead-end street, people scoff at her, feeling trapped and no way out. Her day's a blur, and she hates this. what is wrong? She just looks at me and she says,
This place sucks.
this place sucks. This place sucks. This place sucks. This sucks.
Well, I know you're not talking about this place.
No, this place is
know.
amazing, man. This is like cool.
I want you to know
Everybody
that,
says that.
on that last, when I got Cat, it was perfect. I knew she was coming. This place sucks. I went back to you. It was.
Thank you.
I didn't
thank
get
you.
the first one because I didn't know it was coming. But
That's
I got,
all right.
I got the second one. So what's that song about?
Oh, good question. We were just talking about Atlantic City scene. I went to an award ceremony I won't mention at a club in Atlantic City I won't mention. And I was just
Is that one where Roy won some award?
Yeah, we did
same
too,
here,
actually.
Same here. We
Yeah.
won an award too.
You guys don't sound
Breakout
so
artist of the
You
year.
guys don't
last
sound
year.
so happy about it.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Fascinating.
Hey, be nice.
I lost my train of thought. What was I doing?
I like those guys.
This place sucks. You wanted to talk about your inspiration for that song.
A couple years ago, when I went to the original one, you're like, I'm this old punker, and everybody was like looking at me, and nobody was like approaching, and everybody was pretty cliquish, and I felt like I come from a different time. I don't fit in, so I went home, but I wrote it as a girl. I didn't write it as me. But I thought it came out well. I had fun with it.
I like it.
And these guys had fun with it, so.
So let's talk about songwriting. All right.
Okay.
Do you write part of the songs, or are they the Iggy songs?
He writes the outline of the song, the basic melody, usually
Okay.
the lyrics, and then Shane and I will lay down. I do the guitar work, he does the percussion. So we write that part of it. But so far, I mean, I love his songwriting. I don't really see any reason to mess with the formula. So,
Okay. So then let's talk about your songwriting. How long have you been writing songs? When did you write your first song?
In the 80s, I was, the whole 80s,
The whole 80s.
yeah, pretty much from 80 to 89, I was nothing
the
but
whole 80s.
original bands. Yeah, the whole 80s.
So, okay, so were you a bass player in those bands?
Bass player, keyboard player, I did foot pedals, I did all kinds of noise.
When you say foot pedals, what do you mean? Bass pedal? Like
Well,
bass?
triggers, like, Tars pedals. Remember the old Tars pedals?
Yeah.
Rush uses it, a lot of people use it. And I had that, so I would be a little, like, mini...
So were these local bands?
Oh, yeah,
Maybe-
we did well.
Can you name some? Maybe we
The
heard the
Verge,
names.
we were almost signed with Virgin Records.
The Verge on Virgin Records?
Yes, The Verge. And Virgin Records, we were close. I mean, we did well. State of Value, I was in a couple original bands that recorded. Wyme Studios in New Jersey, right here.
Yeah.
We were at his beginning
really,
stages.
in New Jersey, right here?
Right here in New Jersey.
Right here.
In Jersey.
In Jersey.
So I spent, and then I had kids, and then I spent like, oh God, I did one band, I did 15 years of doing Jimmy Buffett covers. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett and Beach Boys. And I got paid good coin. But then, once my kids grew up and out.
Beach Boys is okay. I like the Beach Boys. But
Beach Boys, I'll be honest, as a bass player, there is some pretty intricate, not the main stuff, but a lot of the other stuff he did, like Snoop John B. There's some pretty good bass lines, man. I mean, it didn't.
It's like, listen, no one knows how amazing a bass player McCartney is.
I love McCartney's
you
bass
listen
lines.
to the bass line to like Lucy in the Sky. I mean, it's like totally has nothing to do with the song, but it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm a killer on bass player. McCartney's bass lines are amazing, and they drew straws. Remember, and when they were all guitar players, they drew straws.
Oh, to do the solos?
No, who to be the bass player, and McCartney got the short straw.
Oh, that's how they decided?
That's exactly. You can Google it, and you can see your house too if you Google it. I'm working on.
Now, can I see a picture of McCartney in my house?
No, you can see.
You probably
My
can.
wife would love that. That would make her
She
happy.
would.
That might be it, but that would work. Okay, so going back to your songs, have you? What is your routine for writing a song?
Man, I read constantly. I read novels. I read constantly. I constantly read. Songs are like
You read constantly, and you constantly read.
I constantly.
Both of those things.
Wow.
Yes.
You are talented.
I told you he's
But
fascinating.
I'm not incontinent. I do constantly. But it's like Stephen King
Thank God.
said. It's like
Yeah.
Stephen King said. These things come. They just come to you, and it's weird. I could be at work. I could be incontinent, and just it comes to you. It just these things come out of
Or it
nowhere.
comes out of you.
Yeah, it's tough to write when you're incontinent. but you are
It's
multifaceted.
busy, yeah.
Obviously, you're multifaceted. So
I don't know about that, but yes, song. I enjoy it. I really do enjoy
So
it.
do the words?
We
It
got
could be the words, could be the music, could be whatever.
We sat out
Yeah.
on the deck the other night. Just Kelly and I. She had a acoustic guitar. I had my bass. We wrote a whole song.
His bass?
Yeah, this was
So do you plug in?
No.
You play this without plugging in. Okay.
Just out in the porch.
Yeah, it's a cool bass.
And we came up. I got the whole song from beginning to end, just orchestrate, just the music, and I'll just put words to it.
You know, you started saying something earlier, and I have a habit of interrupting, about a cello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or that's going to be the next song we're going to listen to?
No.
We have it, but we did a ballad, and the engineer who did the recording studio is a lifelong friend of mine who's huge in the music business, multifaceted instrumentalist. He doesn't really take on punk bands, but the fact that he took us on was really cool. So when we did this ballad, I said to him, because normally I have a keyboard, I'll just punch
You
the
play
bass.
keyboard live?
Yeah, keyboards and bass. And what I'll do
You
is...
play both at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun. I mean,
All right. So maybe you are multifaceted then. You can do that.
So
I can only look at both at the same time.
No, you just
I can't even do
just
that.
punch notes and hit the keys, and I got the keys all programmed and stuff like that.
Are they programmed together? I don't understand how that works. I'm
We
too
don't.
old.
I have a looper, but we don't loop. We don't.
Okay.
We don't loop.
You're unloopable.
Yes.
Right now,
we're working
yeah.
on. So anyway, so this guy is he's one of the biggest musicians, and he I
His
said
name?
to
What's his
Stop.
name?
Richie Kurtz. Richie Kurtz from Cadence Music.
Okay, good.
Cadence
Give him a plug. Give him a plug.
Oh my God! Yeah, Rich is. He's done
Oh,
well.
the
So-
story could take forever. Let me finish.
Okay, go.
So we're recording, and we're doing Blue Sky Girl, and I saw that Rich had a cello. So I said, you know what I hear over this song, Rich? I hear cello. He goes, oh man, yeah, I could do something with that.
He played the cello.
So we lay down the track, and we left. The next day or the day after that, he sent us the rough copy of the song. We both got goosebumps. The
Nice.
cello that he put to it is amazing.
It's really cool.
I'm still listening to
Cello
it.
is such
and
a beautiful
hearing, Oh, it is
instrument.
beautiful. I love the string instrument,
Yeah.
orchestra
We
strings.
actually had
Very
a viola player, part of our band at one
Oh,
time,
wow.
a couple years ago. And
Yeah, it was.
and it
just
was
amazing.
a great variety. It was a great sound.
So I'm just so happy that he did that for us. And
So, would you want to segue into
But it-
Blue Sky Girl?
Yeah.
We're talking about it. And again, it's a ballad, which is not in my forte. We're talking about songwriting. This is a slow ballad song. It just came out. I didn't really plan to do it.
It came out as a ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready, babe?
nope.
Nope.
Hand over the phone to me. And we'll be all
Back into
set.
my cool radio.
We do get good response with this song, even though we hit them very hard. Again, we consider ourselves a punk band, but we hit them hard with all the songs except for this one, which was, like I said, a ballad.
I think that one of our songs, which is a ballad, goes over better than all their other songs. I don't.
This
For
one,
some reason.
Yeah.
this was actually, it's a beautiful song, but the type of music that we play, it would just kill the set. So we kind of just do it on special occasions now, depending on what show
Like
we're
this.
doing. Like this, or we did it for Ventnor Porch Fest. But when we're playing like the fire or someplace,
Yeah, you got to keep
crowd-
the energy up.
go to the bathroom during Blue Skies. So I'm like, we gotta take that out of there. But it is a beautiful song.
so much sweeter. This amazing grass are so much greener. And this is always when I see her, my blue sky girl. Flowers reach out for her touch, her warmth and beauty, they need so much. And she gives this freely throughout her world, for she's my blue sky girl. My blue sky girl, my blue sky girl. She is my world. She comes to me on a gentle breeze, my heart and soul are at ease. And puffy clouds of love, and they do swirl all around my blue sky girl. My blue sky girl, my blue sky girl.
Is that part of this? Is that part of the song?
Yeah.
She is my world, my blue sky girl. My blue sky girl. My blue sky girl. And I love her.
Well, that was pretty damn cool.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That was good. I think you guys should do that more often. You know, so what if it slows it down sometimes, you know?
I
right.
put the keyboards.
Here, Kel.
Trust me, during a show at a club like the Fire, it's...
You play keyboards on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
Just a
like
little
a cello sound. It can't come close to what Rich does, but
Oh
it's...
no.
It's okay.
Why don't I have this recording here?
You got I got it in my case. You have one. I'm going to give you one.
We'll get it on this. We can't get it in for tonight, but we'll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got the whole recording. So let's talk about the house concerts.
Let's talk about it.
We built. I've always had house concerts. For the last couple of years, I've had.
You live in Ventnor? Where do you live?
Well, we live in Galloway now.
Okay, Galloway.
But I had a house at Summers Point, and we would have artists that came through, and they would do house concerts, and it was intimate, and they would work on donations and selling their merchandise. So it's been 3 years, and it was
Would
tough.
you get a decent turnout?
In the beginning, no, absolutely not. It was tough. It was tough.
You didn't charge for? Did you charge
No,
for tickets?
I did not. I don't make. We don't make a dime. In the house concerts, we do not make a cent. It goes to the band, and they can sell.
Okay,
their
so now you've been doing it for 3 years. So now, what kind of turnout do you get?
So now
that people know that Lick My Soul has these, you know.
Well, what happened was Shane looked out at our backyard, and we have this beautiful backyard and a beautiful porch. And he goes, "You know something? I can see a stage right there. don't say that around Kelly, because her wheels started turning, and we had this wood. She had this
I
wood.
had this giant pile of wood somebody gave me.
You got to do something with it. You can't,
Yeah.
you can't just have wood sitting around.
And I did. It sat there for like 3 years.
So she made
It
a
was
stage.
Yeah.
So now our
I've
house,
seen pictures of it. It's an awesome stage.
our house concerts are now outside in this. And there's woods and there's trees everywhere. The sound quality is amazing. I really thought it wasn't going to be as good as it was because you're outside. There's no slapback against the building, and there's no the sound just dissipates. It's amazing, and then we think it's because of all the trees around us. So we call it our Red Rocks or Harpo. I'm sorry, we had
Harpo called it.
our Red Rocks in New Jersey.
Wait, who's Harpo?
Oh, a good friend of ours that he goes.
Does he speak?
He speaks.
Harpo speaks?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Philly boy. He's a
I'm
big
just
Philly
checking.
boy.
You ever
He,
read? There's a book called Harpo Speaks.
Oh.
It's his autobiography. It's called Harpo
Oh.
Speaks. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
I
Rich-
digress.
His name is Rich. They call him Harpo, but he goes out and he takes pictures and videos of all the local bands.
People
and-
like that are awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he just posts them. He don't ask you for compensation. He just does it. It's great.
You know, it's as close as for him. It's the same thing. It's as close as he can get to doing what you do.
He loves it. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what we do.
He's
We
not
love
doing it
this
for
stuff.
money. He's doing it because he knows that you love it, and you'll
loves music.
and that you appreciate it, and he appreciates it, and we're
Yeah,
just
man.
we're just all trying to have a good time.
Which is why we're here, because
You
this
know,
is a great.
we have to work. We have to support ourselves, but the rest of the time, let's enjoy ourselves.
So our first official show was June 3rd, and we hosted the War Twins. I don't know if you're familiar with the War Twins.
Is that this? I played them on my show because they've done the summer solstice before.
Yes.
Okay,
So they're fantastic.
this
And
is this.
they're
We're
adorable.
talking this year.
Yeah, June.
Yeah, our
just
first house
okay,
concert.
Third.
on the
So
stage.
to the first test of how the stage
What do
works out.
you
and
have? You have
everything.
a PA, I guess. Obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we set up
Full back
first.
line.
We did a short set to open.
Right.
So we had our drums there, our PA, everything, and
What kind of turnout did you have?
we were doing a trial run, so we had like 20 people, just close friends of ours, and it was just the sound was amazing. The kids, War Twins, loved it.
No problems from neighbors or anything.
No,
no.
we do it earlier in the day, around 4 or 5 o'clock, so we're not, being a douche to the neighbors, and it was really fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to Pan Gravy coming. Of course, I've never seen a alternative bluegrass.
Yeah, you have in Lancaster when we saw
alternative bluegrass.
that. Yeah, when we saw that.
Is that
one,
what that kid
So,
was?
so,
Oh,
so you
he
haven't
was
seen
fantastic.
them. How did you book them?
I heard them on a college radio station,
Yeah.
and we're booked through July, August.
So let's do some plugs. Who else is coming?
Bosom Band.
The Bosom Band. I've also seen them at
Yeah, they're really great.
Atlantic City.
So yeah, they're coming in August.
And Deuteronomy. I just got off the phone with
Yeah,
Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy. We're doing
I've
in
heard of them.
September. So
Yeah.
we're gonna right now just keep it to one show a month, and maybe next summer expand to 2. I don't know. But
And again, we don't make. This is not a money making. This is a venue.
Are you charging at all for the tickets?
It's a donation.
no, there's no tickets. If the band has a tip jar, and they sell their
They're
merch.
selling merch.
But most people usually kick in. I mean, everybody that comes in just kicks in. So they do pretty well, and they have a good time, and we feed them. So they're happy.
Well, the whole thing is the venue is about show and exposing bands. Like a lot of the people that will come to my house concerts or now our outside house concerts don't go to clubs. They're a little older, but they love live music.
Well, of course. I mean, look. Who wants to go to a club? I love Ian Hunter. All right, Mata Hooper.
Yeah, Mata Hooper.
He's my favorite.
Love Ian.
And he just played at Havana's. And this guy's like he's 80 years old. I don't know. He's in his
yeah, he's
70s.
up there.
I've seen him many, many times, even like maybe 2 years ago. And I wanted to go, but I don't want to stand. I don't want to stand.
Yeah,
I'm 60 years old. I don't want to stand
So this-
for a concert.
This is a BYOB and your chair We have a great yard. I mean, it's nice. It's really nice.
I've seen the pictures of the stage, of the yard. It looks wonderful.
And so we're just opening the gates for a different venue for original bands that are local and that can expose their music to people who don't normally go out to the venues they normally play. That's the whole idea about a house concert.
If you can get people to come out, it's
oh yeah,
awesome.
it's going to get big. Oh no, yeah, we're with Kelly and I and the whole energy behind that whole stage and stuff like that. It's coming.
I'll tell you what. Just from this Facebook, I'm looking at the Facebook while you guys are playing, and there's a lot of people. I mean, there's millions of. There were so many sad faces during that last song you did.
Oh.
Well, because it's a sad song.
It's not a sad
but
song.
You made it sound like it was a sad song. It's a slow song. It's sad, and there's all these faces of people crying. It's so funny.
Aw,
But the point I'm making is there were a lot of people watching this. Like you said, it's a lot of people watching this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how many, but there's just tons of likes.
We get in fact, if you want to play the next song, which is Yeah Right.
Let's do it because we've been.
It's about social media.
No, not Yeah Right.
Yeah, what's next?
Here and Now I have.
Oh, Here and Now. Kelly sings this. I love this song. This is our best
Kelly
song.
sings it.
Yes.
All right.
Yo, real quick. This recording was done live.
You don't
There's
have to
no
be quick.
overdubs. There's no overdubs. This is we did one take, and the engineer wanted another take. There's no overdub. This is how it was. Did it live in the studio.
Yep.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
I think the show's.
I'm sorry. I love talking.
It's okay.
I gotta sign off. My battery is dying.
It's all right. You know what?
And Dave Jones just started watching.
You want my phone? No.
And Andrea.
I need to take a picture though, you said, for the podcast. This will be a podcast, so people can listen in any time. It's
Cool.
not just this one time. That's what's cool about it.
I know,
think the show's
boo.
going great. I hope you guys are happy.
These live
We're having a
feeds
blast. I could do this for the
take
next
all
2
my
hours.
battery. I'm sorry. I should have brought my charger.
All right, then put the